As somebody who has experienced both wealth and sheer poverty, I'm going to tell you that it is nearly impossible, if your basic needs are not met, to experience that peace. And so what she's saying is, I get it. It seems like an exuberant amount of wealth is what's going to, is what people aim for, right? But I think the crux of it is my kids are going to be provided for, and so I'm not worried about it.
So question for you, because you're actually a professional, and you're in a unique situation where you're a professional, but you also do that. I mean, I would argue you probably make what, 6 figures with the PA job, etc. You can live well, then you're better off than 90+% of Americans.
Yeah.
Is it worth that extra money from the OF side, and hurting your reputation, your ability to find a man in the future, hurting your lineage down the road, just basically putting a smudge on your potential legacy, and it overrides all the hard work you've done, getting the master's degree, going through school, being someone that can go ahead and write prescriptions? Is it worth it?
For 2 months straight, I drove to work an hour and a half, and I drove from work an hour and a half back home. And I wanted to kill myself. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
We're on Rumble, so it's okay.
Okay. I literally wanted to drive my car over the ramp into
So did you not enjoy your job?
Single
is
day.
What it was?
So the politics of healthcare is so atrocious.
Okay.
If anybody is sick right now, if anybody has a family member who is sick, I am so sorry, because your healthcare provider is not doing all they can because they're not making money off of you.
Okay.
So
can I bounce off of what you're saying real quick?
Yeah.
So for me, I started Patreon, and I had just started YouTube, and it was the lockdowns, right? So I was making my money from modeling, acting, and events, right? So in person. And so luckily, my first YouTube video got over 1 million views, so it took off. And then I was like, oh, well, how do I monetize this? And I had already just started Patreon. So then it was like, do I do OnlyFans because it is the superior platform, but people are going to judge me? And actually, I did end up starting OnlyFans too, because just more people were using it.
Yeah.
But I would have, I'm not saying I would have done it, but it enabled me to have freedom, because otherwise, people were having to get that thing, which I didn't want to do. And so it enabled me to have freedom for myself. And I was still making money when some people weren't able to even go to their job. So it helped me, so I can relate to your story in that sense.
Yeah. And so to answer your question, I really do feel like the move that I made is for the greater good, for myself and for my dream. My aspiration is to open a series of free clinics, hopefully establish some sort of universal healthcare in this country, et cetera, et cetera. So
you think by doing OnlyFans, you're gonna
this is
that?
I mean, because as a surgical PA, on top of wanting to literally be non-existent every single day for 2 months straight, I started making more money on OnlyFans than I did in surgery, a lot.
Do you think the way that you're earning money, though, will impact your ability to be taken seriously as a humanitarian?
I think by some people, yeah, I do think that that's the case, but I don't think that that's true for everybody, especially with OnlyFans being a lot more accepted nowadays as a career move. It's really everyone's doing it. You know what I mean? And so if it were one of those things where it's only if I were on Pornhub, you know what I mean? And I was a girl on Pornhub, even 2 years ago before OF really took off and became a lot more accepted, that would be oh shit, she does Pornhub, you know what I mean? But now it's oh yeah, she's got an OnlyFans, let me subscribe, let me check this shit out. And so, I mean, yes, in some people's eyes,
the ends justify the means.
For me, in my dreams and my aspirations, yes, I do.
Okay.
You were talking about legacy though, but what kind of legacy have you got if you've got £5 to your name?
If you have what? Oh, you mean money?
Yeah, if you've got
as a female?
Yeah, if you've got £5.
So my thing is, a woman's legacy is derived from her family, and let's be honest, we know that most women, not all, but most women want to have children and be able to have a man and have that white picket fence and house and everything else like that. So in order for you to secure that family, you need a man by your side. Doing pornography, sex work, or anything that might degrade your image, right? Even if you're not fucking, right? Maybe you might just be doing softcore porn, whatever. It is going to hurt your ability to find a man, which then in turn hurts your ability to get that family that you're after.
Yeah, but
So
if
a
you're
woman's
on the
legacy
street,
comes from the family. So if she doesn't have a family, a lot of the times people start asking questions. Wait, you don't have a kid, you don't have kids, you're 35, why are you not in a relationship? I mean, you're 31 now. I guarantee when you meet people, the number one question to ask is, why are you single? Why do you not have a guy?
Right.
When two men meet, they shake hands and talk about what they do for work. When two women meet, they hug and say, do you have a family? So when a woman doesn't have a family, it is stigmatized to a degree.
As a woman, I've never had that conversation.
No, I haven't.
I'll be honest. Nobody's never asked me if I have a family. It's always, in fact, I just met this lovely human downstairs first.
So wait, hold on. You're telling me in your profession, in the medical field, where there's doctors, nurses, etc.,
even there.
They don't ask you. Let's keep it 1,000.
They do. No. Yeah,
Okay.
of course. No, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. You're right. You know, I that has been, but it's not even the first question though. But the thing is that when you're meeting people in your career, they already know what you do. So that question you skip.
But what I'm trying to say,
you can imagine though, people are curious. They don't want to be rude. Ask you, oh, you got a family?
Yeah.
Like,
you can kill the Twitch stream, guys. Come on over to Rumble, rumble.com/freshandfit. The point I'm trying to make, ladies, is that a man's legacy is based off of the impact he creates out in the world. A woman's legacy is the impact she creates through her children.